Extreme thinking, extreme power, and extreme products for extreme users. Live from Seattle, Washington, it's Microsoft Extreme. Today, we're looking at cutting-edge products and ideas coming from Microsoft. Much of what you'll see today hasn't been seen anywhere else. Are you ready? Here's the host of today's show, a product manager from the desktop division at Microsoft, Suzy LeVine.
Hey, welcome to the first ever Microsoft Extreme extravaganza. We are so excited that you all are here with us today to see this. You propeller heads, we love you guys. We can't wait to share with you some of the technology that's available today, that you're going to see over the next couple of weeks and couple of months, and then give you a taste of what we're planning for the future, for you and your computer. You know, we have so much to share with you over the next hour and a half. Extreme technology. But not from here. This place, totally lame. Let's go find someplace extreme. You know, I thought about the Microsoft campus, and there may be some really extreme people there, but it's not quite doing it for me. Maybe something to do with water.
When the boat flips over, hold on to that handle really hard.
You're gonna throw those at me?
If you see a shark, just jab it with this.
Shark? You want me to climb up there? You've got to be kidding me! You want me to jump from here to there? Yes.
All right, from the summit, we'll be running down the mountain at a 45-degree angle for about 1 mile. You will come to a grizzly cave. Do not make eye contact with the furry beast. We'll then move on down to the side of the river where we find a waiting ATV vehicle. Take the vehicle across the river to a kayak. Then the kayak paddle down the river about 4 miles to an underground tunnel where you capsize your kayak, swim through the tunnel, enter the cave here. That's where you need to capture 2 15-foot snow snakes. I want you to put them in this bag right here. Walk backwards out to the glacier where you ride your helicopter up to the top of the mountain. That's where we'll mount you into your hang glider and you will ride back down to the base camp. Any questions?
Me? The barrel? The falls? I don't think so.
Are we supposed to be tipping over this far?
Those things were all very, very extreme, but they're still not quite what I'm looking for. I am in search of extreme technology. I know. Let's try one more spot for the show, shall we? Well, here we are, downtown Seattle. It is a gorgeous day. I don't even know if I'm in Seattle with this kind of blue sky. GameWorks, that looks like a pretty good idea. You know, I think this will do just fine for the extreme location that we need. In fact, on the extremometer, redlining, it's a very good thing. So here we are, GameWorks Seattle, a great place. If you've ever been to GameWorks, you'd know it is quite fun. Over the course of today, in the next hour and a half, we have so much to show you, as I said before. Everything from Barney, Internet Explorer, FrontPage, Picture It, many, many other things. But you know what? I think I need to work on my fishing skills first, so I'm gonna go and play Virtual Bass-O-Matic, and we'll be right back.
What I'm about to tell you, I've never told anyone. I love Barney.
Wow.
Well, it's kind of a difficult thing to talk about, but do I have to say this? I had 2 tickets to Riverdance. I traded them for a Barney doll.
I wasn't always this way. I was normal, forever, for a long time. Predictable to all my friends, until Barney came into my life. Barney's changed my life forever. I can't stop thinking about him.
Well, he's my hero.
Move your head back and forth, back and forth.
I buy purple bubblegum. My favorite song is Purple Haze. Barney won't leave me alone. I think about him day and night. That voice, that Barney voice.
Watch me.
I can't stand it. I can't get it out of my head.
Let's play.
I take Barney everywhere with me. Football games, drag racing, Heck, I just take Barney everywhere. I love him.
Let's sing.
I love Barney. He's my buddy.
Head and shoulders, knees and toes. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro?
Oh, excuse me. I love you, man. Oh, so welcome back. I would like to introduce now a fellow purple prehistoric pal, John Porcaro, who is going to share with us the wonderful things about Barney.
Yeah, we love Barney. Barney is one of the most fascinating characters. Kids of all ages love him, especially those under 5 years old.
Very cool, very cool. Now, he looks pretty plush. Now, what is the scoop with this guy?
Well, this is an interactive play toy. This has been specifically designed as an educational toy for kids. Why did we choose Barney? A lot of people ask me that. I think the reason that we actually chose Barney is because as we've done testing with kids, we found out that kids identify with Barney more than any other character, more than Sesame Street's Big Bird, more than Mickey Mouse. Kids love Barney.
That is wild. What does he do?
Well, he actually does several things. This toy is pretty incredible. If you squeeze his toe here, he'll sing one of 17 different songs. If you squeeze his hand, he'll play one of 12 different games.
And what if you pull his finger?
Let's try it. No, let's not try it. This is, let's actually try squeezing his toe here. Let's listen to some of his songs that he'll play.
Let's have some fun. Cover my eyes, let's sing.
Let's sing.
If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet.
Stomp your feet. Oh, I was ready to clap my hands.
If you're happy and you know it, stamp your feet.
And we can cycle through different songs here. Now, if we want to play a game, let's try squeezing his hand.
If you'd like to hear the ABCs, squeeze my hand. A, B, C.
Very, very cool.
It is very cool. We love Barney.
Let's sing.
Now, while we may love Barney, 5-year-olds and under may love Barney. Let's talk about the parents, shall we?
Well, one thing that we love for parents is if you squeeze both hands, he'll sing the cleanup song.
Come on, let's clean up. Clean up.
So this is a secret weapon for adults. Adults love this. Kids will pitch in and start cleaning up when they hear the song. It's magic.
Outstanding. Now, we need another parental secret weapon. While I can withstand Barney, we need to know how to shut him up.
Well, a secret tool there. Squeeze his hand and his foot at the same time, and he goes to sleep.
That is excellent. Now, there's more to Barney than just the standalone Barney, correct?
That's true, absolutely. He'll work with your VCR, actually, or with your TV set. The new shows that they're showing on PBS, the Barney shows, actually have an RF signal that are sent to your TV. We have this transmitter set up on top of the TV. It just plugs into the back of your TV, and it'll interact with Barney directly. So let's roll a videotape here, and we'll take a look at how Barney interacts here.
Now that's what I call a healthy snack.
So you can see that Barney actually is watching the TV show. He becomes an intelligent companion as you're watching the show. He encourages children to think about what's happening on the screen.
He's dancing.
Now, as cool as that is, you got to see this other thing. We'll turn that off for a second. And I want to show you how Barney interacts with the computer. This is a one-way transmitter, so this will send signals to Barney, and it'll actually double his vocabulary. He'll go from 2,000 words in standalone mode to 4,000 words in this mode, working with the VCR.
It's probably more than most of your friends, John.
Well, I think that may be true. Let's turn on the computer here.
I know a great game. It's called the question game.
So we're going to start him up here.
Good night, Barney.
Put him to sleep, actually. Here we go.
It's good to see you.
So on screen here, we have Baby Bop, and we're going to be looking for a rectangle. So I'm going to choose a triangle here, maybe choose the wrong one.
Now, this is the game that, in fact, ships with the product, right?
That's right. As you buy the separate pack that ships for the computer, this game comes with it. So Barney knows that we're looking for a rectangle. Now, Now, quit interrupting Baby Bop here. If you squeeze his foot, he'll actually sing a song. He becomes a transmitter to the PC.
They're doing the little duet. That's so sweet.
They are. Isn't that great?
Oh,
and check this out.
Barney.
If I squeeze his hand, he'll play a game.
Wow. Now it's done.
Now, my favorite part about this Barney thing, though, is he actually has light sensors in his eyes. So if we cover his eyes...
They play peekaboo. Oh, my God. Now, if you've ever been with a kid hanging out, you know that peekaboo...
Where did everybody go?
One of their favorite games.
Wow. Watch this.
Peekaboo, I see you.
Peekaboo!
So he actually interacts with the computer. We love Barney.
That is very, very slick. Now, one of the questions that I have about Barney.
We're going to put him to sleep.
We're going to put him to sleep. Now, I have a bunch of nephews, and the beautiful thing about them is how they destroy their toys. What about Barney?
Well, Barney is practically indestructible. We did all kinds of testing to make sure he was really durable. So everything from the construction itself to even his arms, they have flexible rods inside so they won't break. In fact, we wanted to test to make sure that he would be able to tumble down the stairs. We put him in a dryer overnight. He tumbled all night for 12 hours, came out fine, no problems at all. So
now,
Barney...
don't try that at home, please. All right, now, Barney available now, right?
Yeah, he is.
Now, of the Actimates line, Barney's the first, right?
That's right, he is. We're actually going to be doing more Actimates products coming up in the next year or two. I can't tell you what they are, I'd have to shoot you.
Wow.
But look for them coming soon, maybe for older kids.
Excellent, excellent. Well, let's just hope that they're working on the Mel Gibson life-size Actimates. I can only cross my fingers.
I don't know.
Well, John, Barney, thank you very much. We'll see you a little bit later, John.
You bet.
Now, from our Mesozoic multimedia pal and beyond, we'll take a break and come right back. Welcome back from Barney for all of those who have missed their morning cartoons this Saturday. Now to Internet Explorer. How many of you guys are using Internet Explorer? Let me see everybody in Bethesda raise your hands, as if I can really see you. What we'd like to do now is I'd like to introduce my friend, Co-Sonic's ticket holder, co-worker, and master of the Internet, Rob Bennett, who's going to share with us some of the features and functionality in Internet Explorer to show us how powerful and exciting it is.
Hey, Susie. Well, what I want to do is talk to you about how Internet Explorer brings you the web the way you want it. Now, for new users, that means just making the web a lot easier and being able to use the browser and email a lot quicker and faster.
Okay.
And for advanced users, it means giving me all the powerful tools of the internet and bringing them right to me instantly accessible.
Awesome.
So let's take a look at how we've made using the web easier and more simple.
Okay.
Now, what's the biggest pain in the butt you have on the web today?
That's got to be searching.
Right. Searching, far and above, really hard thing to do.
Okay.
It's actually not that hard, it's just a pain.
Right. It's so you have to put it in quotes, or you have to know exactly what you're searching for, or random pages come up, or a billion pages come up if you look for, something simple.
Right. And you spend a lot of time going from that list of pages to some page, clicking back and forth, and you waste a lot of time. So in Internet Explorer 4, we introduced a new concept called Explorer bars.
Okay.
And one of the new Explorer bars is this search bar. So when I click the search button in Internet Explorer 4,
right,
instead of going to my default search page, what it does is it brings up on the left-hand side of the screen a search window. And I can come in here, and right now we're searching Yahoo, but I can search any search service I want. Let's search for Extreme, because that's the mode we're in. And instead of replacing all the content that we had from, in this case, home, Microsoft.com, we have all our results. And I can come down and say, well, let's take a look at this one. Oh, that's really not the page that I wanted. I can just quickly come down here and go to another page. I never had to go back and forth between this list. And when I'm done with this list, I can just click the search button again and put it away. But if I want to come back to it, I just click it again. So I can always get back to that list of results.
Very easy.
Now, Susie, I know you're a pretty extreme person.
Yeah,
you love
you saw
extreme.
some of the things I was doing before.
Winter's coming up, So I want to send you this page. I want to let you know about it.
Okay.
Now, the old way of doing this, I would send you a piece of mail and I type in, hey Susie, check out HTTP, blah-de-blah-de-blah.
Right.
Well now, what I want to do is just send you this page.
Sounds like a good deal.
So I'll click the mail button, choose send page, and this will bring up Outlook Express, which is our mail client included in Internet Explorer 4.
Okay.
And you'll see instead of just text with a URL, we actually have the HTML of this page right in our mail message.
That is so slick.
So you don't have to worry about launching a browser.
Yeah.
Everything you can see in the browser, you can see in email.
That is awesome.
And now, one of the other things we've made really easy is I want to send this to you. I'll type in SU into the to line. As soon as I type in S, it recognizes that I've sent you mail before, and it automatically completes out the rest of your name for you.
Excellent.
And it does the same thing in the browser too. If you type in a URL and it recognizes you might have been there before, fills out the rest of it for you, so you don't have to type the whole thing.
You're kidding me. That's awesome. Now, one of the questions I have about Outlook Express here and with this file is, so when I go up and I download my messages, as I often do, am I going to be able to view this page offline?
You can view the page offline. What we'll do is we'll go grab all the graphics and everything and pull them down locally. Okay. And then when you're offline, you can work offline and see everything right there.
That is amazing. Excellent.
All right, so that shows you how we've made the web easier to use, a little more simple.
Right.
We have a couple of other Explorer bars that I just want to go through really quickly. The history bar, everybody knows going through your history is kind of a pain because there's all these URLs and graphics and all this stuff. If I want to get back to the Expedia page that I went to last Friday, for instance, I can't do that today.
No,
but
in
now,
fact, how many of you guys have ever tried to tootle around in your history folder and it's just general gobbledygook? It's really hard to manage through there and work your way through. In fact, I never do because it's just this mass of URLs.
Right, and you end up just going back to the main site and figuring out your way down. Well, now with this history bar, again on the left-hand side of the screen, very consistent, you can see all the pages that I've been to today.
Yeah.
So here's the Expedia page, here's the AudioNet page and all the pages that I've been to. And it's not listed by URL, HTTP, whatever. It's listed by site. If I want to see where I was on Wednesday.
Let's see where you were on Wednesday, Rob.
Or Thursday or Friday. There we go. We did some stuff on Friday. We can go to the Sidewalk site or Expedia, etc. So I can easily go back exactly wherever I've been to.
That's very, very slick.
Now the next thing I want to show you is how you can bring the web to you.
Okay.
And what that means is there's a lot of great content out there.
Right.
And I want to know when it's changing. I want to know when new content's available. I just generally am kind of an advanced user. I want to know what's out there and I want to get it delivered to me. And for people like me, we have a new concept called channels. I'm going to bring this into our full screen mode so we can see the entire web right here without any other bars. But this channel bar lists all the channels. Now channels are specialized content developed for Internet Explorer 4.
All right.
They use dynamic HTML, which is a technology we'll see in a second, and a lot of cool stuff to make very compelling information right on the screen. Let's look at, for instance, this site called Trip. Actually, let's look at Hollywood Online. Hollywood Online. First, you'll see when I open up the Hollywood Online, it expands out the site for me on the left-hand side. I don't have to try to click through all these links and try to find my way down. If I want to go right to movies on TV, I can just click that link and get right there. So I can see the TV schedule.
Very nice. So basically, it gives you a site map right on the channel bar on the left-hand side, kind of like you'd hope you'd have on your TV so that you know when things are happening, where you want to go.
Exactly. So I don't have to get lost on sites. I can navigate the entire site without ever waiting for the page to reload. It's a lot faster.
How manageable.
Now, let me show you a page that we've created just for this event called the Extreme channel.
How original.
Well, we try. So here is the Microsoft Extreme channel. We're using dynamic HTML here. Dynamic HTML is just simple HTML that's made more fun, more engaging, more exciting, more interactive.
Imagine dynamic HTML.
This is what I'm thinking. So we have dynamic HTML.
Okay.
It's not ActiveX, it's not Java,
No.
it's very fast.
Scripted into the page, right?
Scripted into the page, comes down right with the HTML page. Now what I've got here is a dynamic HTML page. I'll scroll over some of these things on the left-hand side. You see they just kind of scroll out?
Yeah.
That's HTML.
So that's not an active control, it's not a job, no, okay.
No controls. Let's, this is the Extreme games. We're at GameWorks, it's Extreme games. So let's take a look at asteroids.
Okay.
So here we have asteroids right on our webpage.
Right.
Now the important thing here is...
Wait, asteroids right on our webpage?
Right, this is HTML.
That is, you're kidding me. That is not a little game
HTML.
control.
This is not ActiveX.
Okay.
This is
That
HTML.
is really, really wild.
So now, what I would like to do, since this is an Extreme day, I want to actually play Extreme Asteroids.
Okay.
We're using scripting here. We've changed some of the parameters of the game a little bit for you, and I think you might like it.
Okay.
So we're gonna launch Extreme Asteroids here.
And I'm using which keys here? J and K?
J, pretty much, just J.
All right. Oh my God. Oh, great. Thanks, Rob. Nice setup.
Well, we said it was, Extreme Asteroids.
And we're gonna go a little bit forward. Oh man, thank goodness I'm not about to die.
Well, we also fixed it so you wouldn't die, because it's a live show.
That.
So using dynamic HTML, we can create content that's very engaging, very quick to come down. This whole page is about 20K. It comes down in a matter of seconds.
Oh my God.
All right, let's close out of here. And we're looking at, right now, the active desktop.
That is an active desktop indeed. We have stuff actually on there. So it's more like my desk at work where I have all of the stuff that I use and I don't have to go and open something else in order to use it.
Right, the active desktop is a feature only in Internet Explorer 4.
Okay.
We were gonna call it the Extreme desktop. All right, no we weren't. But The active desktop lets you take any information you want that you care about and put it right on your desktop. It's instantly accessible. You don't have to launch a browser ever. You can get it right there. So the things I'm interested in today, we have the satellite and weather map. I can see exactly where the sun is right now. It looks like it's about over.
Is that the space shuttle?
That is a space shuttle.
And it's going overhead?
It's, well, not our head.
People in Florida need to duck.
Right. The sun is over Texas right now.
Okay.
So it's about, I think, about noon there. And you can see the status of the space shuttle, of the Mir space station. Basically anything that I care about, I can have right on my desktop. And this comes down live. We have the stock price, the closing stock price. Now, one of the coolest things is a control that was done by a company called AudioNet.
Okay.
And what they've done is let me put a CD jukebox right on my desktop. So they have over 1,600 CDs on the back end at their site.
Right.
And I can use dynamic HTML in this thing right here,
right.
this little jukebox, and I can come down and say, well, I want to check out jazz big band.
And it basically streams the audio down to your PC, right?
That's right. And it lists now, there's a couple choices here. There's Hot Swingers, his playing
I
and
see somebody's
your favorite.
Oh, man.
Ethel Merman.
Rob is the best Ethel Merman impersonator in the world, besides Ethel, of course.
Right. Well,
Rob, you gonna?
We'll save that for maybe the afternoon show.
Oh.
So you can see, using dynamic HTML, using active desktop items and channels, I can get all the information that I need delivered right to my desktop, instantly accessible. So we make the web really easy to use for new users and people that are just getting up to speed on the web. And we give power users the ability to take advantage of all the greatness of the web and bring it right to them.
That is so slick. Rob, thank you very much.
Thanks, Susie.
I'm gonna go surf myself.
All right.
Now, we as users are one constituency for Internet Explorer 4.0, but as Rob mentioned, we have active channels and we have many, many developers. How many developers are working on active channel sites, Rob?
There are over 750 active channels available now in the active channel guide that you can subscribe to today.
And some of them ship with the product. One of those that ships with the product is in fact Livewired. Highly recommend that you check it out. And we're going to hear from them in a moment about their experiences with Internet Explorer 4.0 and really what they feel about the new development tools for it.
Excited, enervated, confused.
The premise of Livewired is 20 seconds into the future.
Mind-shaking, eye-popping, interactive environment.
A streaming of super graphics in a way that I think is going to be transforming the way that we think of our space and also the way that we think of our computers.
Wired has been trying to get this type of experience for a long time, and this is really the first time that we've been able to launch it and maintain something like this. We want to provide you with an experience. We want to find how we can give you something that's a little bit more overwhelming than, say, looking at a little rectangle among a bunch of other rectangles sitting on your page.
I remember when our developer relations group representative from Microsoft came in and thought he might give us a demo of what Internet Explorer 4 would be able to do. We actually threw him a copy of Mind Grenades, which was a book collecting all of our wired intro art and special ink and special paper in a giant size, and said, can you make the web do this? We've used every advanced effect, every filter, every trick of combining all the heavyweight graphics we can in order to take up the entire screen and give people something that's going to impact them in a way that they didn't think was possible on the web.
Eric's always pushing the boundaries. Every time we give him here's what you can do, and IE4 is like, well, why can't we do this?
For once, what you get when you engage into your desktop is a full screen experience, and something that is really dynamic and something that is also very visually stimulating.
We'll push in and say, oh, there's some walls, and we're like, oh, wait a minute, it opens out on this way. So we'll walk down there and like, oh, okay, oh, there's still some more space to go, and we'll keep moving forward, and we haven't found that back wall yet, but our goal is to find it.
Welcome back. And Livewired, again, a great active channel. Now, what if you want to develop your own websites like I just did in that short little period of time, and I'm going to be doing a little bit later? One of the greatest tools available today is something called Microsoft FrontPage, and I'd like to introduce Amanda Jordan, one of my co-surfers and co-web developers, who's going to be sharing with us all about FrontPage 98 and how it can help you really take control and get a lot of power out of Internet Explorer 4.0 to develop your own page, your small business page, your large business page, both developing as well as managing your site. Amanda, show me.
Okay, great. Well, what FrontPage is really all about is taking advantage of all the technologies out there right now, such as Internet Explorer 4.0 support. So what we've done is we've tried to give you some tools for helping you to create as well as manage an entire website nice and easily.
Excellent.
So here we have here in front of you the FrontPage Explorer, which is one of the main components that we have. And one of the things that you can do here very easily is go ahead and check out all of your site in a number of different views.
Excellent. This looks a lot like sort of a cross between the Explorer and the Outlook bar from Office.
That's right. What we tried to do is really integrate a lot of the features and functionality that a lot of people are used to using and really give them an easy way of finding the things that they're looking for to help them create and manage very easily.
Fantastic.
So here I'm in the folders view, and one of the things I can do is just work just as I do is Windows Explorer. So if I want to just go ahead and say rename a page, I can go ahead and just get rid of the 3 there. And when I hit the enter bar, what FrontPage will do is go through your entire website and check out all of your links to see if you're going to break links if I rename this page. So that I can go ahead and just click yes and go ahead and update that link. Will automatically update it in all the links across your site for you.
That is so slick. How many times have you actually been to a website where you go and it's so frustrating because the web links are broken or because you want to see something that they highlight and then when you try to go to the link, it's not there.
And one of the frustrating things is for people who are developing their websites, you're breaking links all the time. FrontPage helps you not do that very easily.
That is awesome.
One of the other views I'm going to show you here is a brand new view called the navigation view for FrontPage 98. And this helps you to map out your entire website or plan it out and organize it as you would like to, just when you're just getting started, or very easily drag in pages that you already have. So here I can click on the home page icon, come up here and click new page as many times as I want. I can move that around and change that a little bit. I can also drag up pages from my current site here. So I can go, and let's say I want to drag up my sale page and my store page. So I'll go ahead and link that there, and maybe my outdoor life page. So I can link those to as many pages as I like, and I'm just building the navigational structure. And you'll see how this works. What we've tried to do is go ahead and enable you to automatically generate some content. So this will help you to generate automatic nav bars, page banners, different types of things across your website.
Nice.
So let me go ahead and show you. I'll double click on the home page and just bring up this home page right now in the FrontPage editor. And you'll see here we've got our automatic banner, we've got our automatic navigation bars.
Very Romanesque site,
Very Romanesque site. And since you mentioned that, another thing we've added to FrontPage is the ability to change or apply a theme, a graphical template across all of the pages of your site. So you can change the looks of all of your navigation bars, your banners, your buttons, your text all across your site really easily.
That is amazing.
We have a format theme, and you can get to the same view in the FrontPage Explorer. And here you can see our Romanesque theme comes up since that's the one that's on the page. We also have different types of themes.
For the bit heads among us.
That's right. So here's a nature theme. So let me go ahead and apply that one.
Apply the
so you can
nature theme.
apply a new theme to all the pages or just separate pages of your site, and you can see how radically it changes the look of this page.
That is amazing. So in the past, where you could go and just update your background, now you can update not just your background, but also your nav bars, your fonts, your formatting, everything within the site like that. And does that affect all of the pages within your site?
All the pages of your site. Let me show you how you can very easily manipulate this. And this all ties back in with the navigation view, so I'll just click back on that. You can see here, I can really easily just delete this page, my new page 1, and just remove it from my nav bars. And just say okay. And let's go ahead and just change the title of this to say Arcadia here.
Okay.
And when I double click on this page again, you can see when it pulls this page back up in the FrontPage editor, will automatically make those changes for you on your page banners, on your navigation buttons, so you don't have to worry about taking this into an image editor, trying to change your text on top of that. We do it all for you right here.
So it nuked the new page that you didn't want to work on, and now it's changed the home page name to Arcadia.
That's right.
That is outstanding.
One of the other great new features that we've added with FrontPage 98 is, in FrontPage 97 we enabled you to input tables real easily. We have a little table drop-down menu here. But now in FrontPage 98, what we've done is enabled you to manipulate tables WYSIWYG style right here on the page in the FrontPage editor. So here I can just grab my table cell. I have a really small little table here. I can drag that around. We also have a table drawing tool that enables me to go in and real simply just drag and draw some table cells.
So amazing. Now, if any of you guys who have ever done HTML editing to set up your tables, you know how absolutely painstaking it is to develop a table and to put content into that table. Now, actually, I'm a big Office user, Office 97 user, and that's the table drawing tool that's in Office 97, so that they're a lot more interoperable, that you can have actually both vertical as well as horizontal cell merge in your table.
That's right.
That's
and what
awesome.
we've tried to do is really closely, you can see here we can also erase the cells, is really integrate with all of the components or all the applications that you already know that Microsoft provides. So Word, all different types of Office applications. You can real easily get your content right here in FrontPage. So what I'll do now is let me just go ahead and show you how to insert an image. What we've done is we've given you now a great area for inserting images as well as previewing your images right here. So I can just go ahead and...
That needs some work, my friend.
Okay, so let's pull it on the page and I'll change it for you a little bit here. So let me go ahead here and stretch that out a little bit. And you can see when I click on the image, you actually activate an image toolbar here. And what I can do here is say, if I want to get rid of my pink color since you don't like that.
Thank you.
I have a little make transparent one. I can just click on that and then click up on the picture that or the color that I want to be made transparent, and I'll just make that a transparent image for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It is no longer accosting my eyes.
It's a lot better looking this way.
Thank you.
Another of the features that we've always had in FrontPage is the ability to real easily create hotspots or clickable image maps on top of your images. So here I can just click on one of the tools and come and just draw over an area of my image that I want to be a clickable image map. I can then just choose the page I want to link that to in my website, so I'll choose my sale page and say okay, and now I've got an image map that I can move around on my image. I can reposition it or resize it. I don't have to go into the HTML, and we're just creating standard HTML behind the scenes for everything that you're seeing that I draw and drag on the page here.
So you're not choosing, okay, I want it to be this many pixels wide by this many pixels high, setting it up so that you have the image map. You just like drew out the square and boom, you have a clickable hotspot.
And it's editable too, so I can come here and I can change the size of it if I want to do that real easily.
That's awesome.
What's great about FrontPage is you also can choose to now just follow that hyperlink that I just created to the page that it linked to right in my website.
Is that in my honor?
That's in your honor. The Extreme Holiday Sale, bikes, blades, and boards. So here, what I've tried to do is give you a sort of a layout of a page, but it isn't quite an active page yet. So I want to show you some tie-ins with what we were just talking about in the previous demo with Internet Explorer and some dynamic HTML features.
Outstanding.
One of the things that FrontPage has enabled you to do is do things like text animations, page transitions, without you having to actually know dynamic HTML or edit HTML in any way.
That's good, because I haven't learned it yet.
Neither have I. So what I can do is I can very easily select some text and just choose to format that text as an animation, for instance. So here I'll have it, let's say, spiral in on the page. One of the nice things about FrontPage too is you now have the ability to not only create it WYSIWYG style, but also preview it WYSIWYG style. So you can see that change is automatically taken in. You can see it swirl into the page.
That
you
is
get instant gratification for what you're creating.
That is amazing. So people will be able to make dynamic pages without having to go in and do dynamic HTML editing and scripting themselves. Not that that's a hard thing to do. We'll ask Rob for lessons on that later. But you can do it just as easily as, for example, choosing an animation in PowerPoint or one of the other applications.
That's right.
You're just choosing an option. That is amazing.
That's right. One of the things, let me scroll down here. We have a little scrolling marquee. We enable you to add in all different types of text and images, as well as active elements. So the scrolling marquee is one of them, as well as hover buttons. You can see here our little buttons here are active. So here we have a little thing that points us to our outdoor sporting club. So let me go ahead and bring up Internet Explorer 4.0 with our sporting club page that we created in FrontPage. And you can see this is a frames page. I can manipulate this in Internet Explorer if I want. But one of the great new features that FrontPage enables you to do is just click on the Explorer or Internet Explorer's edit button, and we'll automatically launch that page in FrontPage for you.
Slick. So I don't have to go from one machine that has the browser up to the other machine in which I'm editing, and then save the editing file, and then go back. Wow. Okay.
So this is a great situation where I can now go ahead and edit this right now in FrontPage. Before in FrontPage, we enabled you to build frames. Now you can edit them right here in the FrontPage editor. So if I wanted to drag out this, I could do that real easily. I could also go down here to the bottom of this page. Let's say I wanted to create a brand new frame. I can just click up and drag and create a brand new frame.
To insert a new frame.
Yep. So here I can just choose to set a page that I want to show up in this new frame. Let's choose my footer. And it'll just go ahead and show up there.
And there you have that.
There you have
my goodness.
It's a great feature.
Now, FrontPage 98 is available now. Yes.
FrontPage is available now. Yep. We also have a beta that you can download off of our website, and we'll actually be in stores within the next 2 weeks or so.
That's amazing.
We also support things like channels, so you can create active channels that show up on your desktop, for instance. So here I can go to my active desktop. Here's a channel we've already placed there for our sale page.
That is amazing.
So we have a little channel wizard. So we fully support all the Internet Explorer 4.0 features and a lot of the great functionality there.
That is great. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go do my website right now. I'll be right back. Okay, so maybe my website's not quite done yet, but it will be someday. Although, inherently slackerly, I don't know if I'm gonna get it done this millennia. Now I'm moving on to a whole different area. How many of you guys have photographs sitting in boxes, under your bed, in your closet? Maybe that you've even sent to family and friends. If you're anything like me, you have far too many of those. And I think it's about time that you all join me in the digital age, not only with digital imaging, but also with digital greeting cards, creative communications, as I'd like to say. I'd like to introduce my friend, my coworker, my bubula, Deborah Rappaport, who's gonna share with us Picture It and Greetings Workshop, some of the hottest new products available today to help you with that creative side. Deb?
Thanks a lot, Susie. I'm very happy to be here today. I want to start off with Picture It. Picture It has really revolutionized photo editing. It makes it fast and easy for anyone to do very powerful photo editing and then create the kind of output that you're used to seeing from your photo developer, that really high quality output. So let's go ahead, and the first thing we need to do is get our photos into our computer.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I'll take a picture of you.
A frightening thing indeed.
Smile. Oh, just a sec, I pushed the button too quickly. There you go.
There we go, my cheesy grin.
There you go.
Far too many pictures on this planet to date.
What we're going to do at this point is just plug our digital camera right into the back of our PC.
Now, do I need to have a digital camera in order to get my pictures into the PC?
You don't. You could use a scanner.
Okay.
You can get your film developed onto a CD or onto a floppy disk, or you can get your film now developed right onto the web. So let's go ahead and go into Picture It. I want to give you a quick tour of the program. Picture It's interface simplifies photo editing. So they've separated our editing tasks like fixed scratch and fixed red eye from our projects like collages, cards, etc. Now down here, this is where you have all your files open, just like you have your files open in a Word document. This lets you zoom in and out, and these are the photos that you can combine into one collage. Let's go ahead and get that picture.
Okay.
I go to my digital camera.
All right.
And we're just going to download it instantly right from the digital camera.
Okay. Now, Deb, a lot of the people who are watching today are power computer users, propeller heads, as I called them fondly before. Now, are they going to have, the same sort of power use of their digital cameras or their digital editing or getting pictures online? I mean, this is going to make them into power photographers too, isn't it?
Exactly. The whole idea behind Picture It, you don't have to be a photographer to get great looking photos. We're going to help you out. So there's the photo I just took. It looks great.
It's a lot of help, Deb.
Let's go and do some editing, and we'll go back to that photo if you don't mind.
Back to Demon Child.
Here we go. Obviously, I'm no photographer, as you can tell. Let's go ahead and touch up this red eye.
Yeah.
Touch up, fix red eye. What I'm going to do here is click on each of the eyes and then just hit the Smart Task Fix. And literally in a couple of seconds, the red eye will disappear.
That is amazing. Now, I know...
Look at that. It's already done.
Nobody out there has ever taken a picture that has red eye, right?
Now I'm going to cancel out of here. You'll see me go back to red eye. And let's go ahead and fix up this photo. I'll zoom out so you can see the photo.
Okay.
This guy has some problems. You probably think I'm going to go and find the auto hair tool. But no, instead, what I'd like to do is fix this scratch that's on his head. So I will zoom in.
So once the pictures have been under your bed, in your closet for a long time, they've gotten beaten up, bruised, abused, scratched, etc., you can now fix that.
Exactly. So I just drag and drop the fixed scratch, and the scratch disappears. And I can do it again for this long, skinnier scratch. Isn't that amazing?
That is so, so cool.
Again, I'll hit cancel and the scratch will come back so you can see the before and after. Now, the cool thing about that feature is you can have a lot of fun with it. For example, I actually removed a nose ring from a friend's photo that I have.
A friend,
You can remove a tattoo. You can remove a lot of things. Here, what I'd like to do is tuck in my friend's shirt. This guy's actually on the Picture It team.
I think it's about time that we tell your parents who are watching from Utah about Deb's nose ring.
I actually can't handle needles, but anyway, I just tucked in his shirt and we're all set. We fixed up that photo. Now let's have some fun by going back to the photo we took of you before. What I want to do, if you don't mind, is cut out your head.
Cut off her head.
And make you into a beauty queen.
You mean I'm not already, Deb? Aw, shucks.
And what I'm doing here is just clicking around the outside of your head.
Don't everybody laugh too hard, thank you very much.
Susie, you're beautiful. Okay, I'm just clicking around the outside of your head, and the tool is automatically snapping to your face.
Snap, snap.
And I can go in and do a little adjustment, but actually the automatic tool did a great job here. So I'll go ahead and I'll cut that out.
Okay.
Again, making it really easy for people to be creative.
Yeah, please continue.
And we'll just drag and drop that head right onto the beauty queen.
You're making me feel like I'm at home. I'm from Atlantic City, home of the Miss America pageant.
See, you're a natural here. All right. So we'll go ahead. We can rotate your head 360 degrees,
bring
make
back
it dance. I can resize it. I think for this purpose, I'll make it a little bit smaller.
Thank you.
And we'll bring in your little partner here.
Ah.
A handsome fellow. Now is where we can have some real fun. Kids love this next feature. This is our distort feature.
Okay.
It lets you really, really have some fun with your photos. What I'm going to do here is actually just make his muscles a lot bigger.
Oh, he's been working out.
That?
Oh, yeah.
I can make his muscles bigger here, here. You can distort in many ways. I can give him a little bit more of a cinched waist.
Oh.
It can even get kind of gruesome.
Oh, we don't want to go there.
So now we've done a lot of fun editing things, and now's the time you really want to get into the creative part. So you can, for example, create collages, create cards, even business cards and flyers, create calendars. Here you can link to Greetings Workshop. And speaking of Greetings Workshop, I'd like to show you the latest and greatest thing in that product, which is multimedia greetings.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and just start one because they're so revolutionary. I want to show you what they are right up front. We're going to create an invitation today.
Okay.
I know your birthday is coming up, actually.
Actually, it's Eric's. It's my husband's birthday, so I'd like to wish him a happy birthday very quickly. Happy birthday, Eric.
Happy birthday, Eric. Let's create an invitation. And as this is coming up, I want to talk to you about greeting cards and Greetings Workshop. We'll just play this in the background. You know, greeting cards, you can send them you can send them via snail mail, but this is kind of the hippest, newest way to send them. You can send them via email as just a self-extracting exe. You don't need Greetings Workshop in order to view them. You can actually save them. This is a fun one.
I love when she does that.
You can actually save them to a floppy disk and send them snail mail. Or a really cool thing you can do is actually post them to the Greetings Workshop post office on the web, and then send the URL out to everybody, and they can
that is awesome.
Go there and view it.
Now, you sure this invitation is okay for kids to see?
It's cute.
There you go.
It's the other great thing about Greetings Workshop is you can completely customize this. So you could change the text. We could put Susie here instead of Bruce. You can add 15,000 different graphics. There are 12,000 ready-made projects. So it's really a really fun product, and all with the quality of Hallmark.
That
all
is
the
amazing.
messages.
You're kidding me.
No, all of the all of the great all the great animations that you get from Hallmark.
All of the skills of the Hallmark artists, not just Deb Rappaport sitting down, kind of touching some things up. That's a beautiful thing. So for all of you guys who have been sort of in the dark ages with your greeting cards as well as your photos, these are incredible products. Now, Picture It is available in a trial version, right?
It is. Actually, you can download the trial version from the Microsoft website for free. It's a 30-day trial version. So that's a great way to try out the new world of digital imaging.
So just to clarify, Picture It, what you saw initially worked with the digital imaging. Greetings Workshop Deluxe is the one with the multimedia. And you have the boxes. I want to quell for a second. I want to show off my nephews really quickly. Oh, we don't have a box here today. Check out the website. You can see a picture of the box. And on that, you have my nephews. This is Greetings Workshop Deluxe. And they're available today in stores as well as the Picture It trial version being online. Now, Deborah, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me on,
Wonderful
Susie.
stuff. With the digital camera, you're seeing the beginning of our digital convergence, entering the digital age. And what I'd like to do now is to have one of our executive VPs share with you Microsoft's vision of the future and this digital convergence.
The future of television is a lot different than just thinking about better pictures.
We have to make programming that appeals to this younger generation that knows how to interact with their entertainment.
This technology is really going to change the way news and information is delivered to people.
With enhanced television, we can create a new in-depth experience.
You've already got the video signal, you've already produced the web content, why not merge the two?
What this offers is different levels of couch potato ship.
So you can still veg out and watch the enhancements, and then if there's something to click on,
it gives the user
It's a combination of a television viewer and a computer user.
another way to experience a television show.
People love to channel surf.
That wasn't my fault.
Now they'll be able to channel surf within the show.
I even interpreted one of his dreams.
Shopping.
It's all the show.
The possibilities are endless.
There's no rules.
When you bring video and data together, we think there's a great business opportunity for the broadcast community to create many new forms of television programming and the ability to deliver content that is not strictly video in its origin. Whenever a set of industries come together and recognize that there's a major new business opportunity, there's always the question for every company: do you lead, follow, or just get out of the way?
This is a lot like when color television first came out. People's viewing patterns actually changed. We expect the same thing to happen here. People will want to watch these enhanced shows or these different forms of content, and if you're not doing this, you may be left behind.
From a technological perspective, the road is clear. We know how to get there. From an audience perspective, the road is an imperative. We simply have to make this kind of programming. Convergence is a reality. It's time to start making it.
Welcome back. Digital convergence, some amazing stuff. We have an incredible vision within Microsoft of what the future home will be like. I'd like to introduce David Jaffe, co-visionary, fellow co-worker, who's going to share with us some of what the prototypes are that we're looking at to really model what the future home will be like. Dave?
Susie, imagine, if you will, the future where digital convergence is prevalent in the here and now, where devices such as your telephone, your personal computer, and your TV are interconnected, where you may be able to answer the phone on your television set, browse the web on your phone. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be outstanding.
Let me show you a prototype of how Microsoft, demonstrating how Microsoft envisions the future technology in the home environment and how they could make your family life more fun and more productive.
Let's see.
Great. So what we have here is our kitchen.
Now, is that your artwork, Dave? Did you do that?
Yes, yes. I
Dave
spent
Jaffe
all
aged.
morning working on this. So what we have here is our phone.
Okay.
But this is not an ordinary phone. This is a web-enabled phone. In fact, it has an active desktop, just like you saw on Internet Explorer 4.0.
Now, let me interrupt you here for one sec, Dave. Now, help me understand, is this a product that we're planning on shipping?
Well, no, Susie. This is actually a prototype of future technology.
Okay.
In fact, Microsoft spent over $2.5 billion last year in research and development. And I know that you work in the desktop applications division, and one of those technologies that came out of the research and development group was natural language.
Oh, the stuff that's used for the answer wizard as well as the grammar checker, right? Okay. Actually, you know what? This reminds me, I have a friend who works in the prototype group that's funded from the $2.5 billion, not all of it, mind you. Suze Wolf, she's great, and her sole job is to create these types of prototypes so that we can have a better vision that we supply to the product group so that they can develop products that, in fact, answer and provide solutions for how we envision the home in the future to be.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me let you keep going
So
here.
on this web-enabled phone, you see him getting information sent down to me. And it wouldn't be great, we spend so much time in the family room and in the kitchen, wouldn't it be great if we can distill all the information that's in the yellow pages and pick and choose what's important to us, whether it's the school, it's financial information, it's classified information, so we can be better aware of the community. So that's what I'm getting, that's what I'm seeing right here.
That's awesome. If I knew there were good weather today, I'd be hiking instead of doing this gig.
But this scenario here is we're a family, and I'm actually the husband. I'm cooking dinner for Jesse's birthday tonight, and Jesse's one of my children. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the mailbox, which I can actually access my mailbox on my phone. And this is an example of how in the future I can have a central hub and possibly my personal computer in my family room that's storing all the information about my home, about my environment, and my messages, for example. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the family messages, and we can see we've got a message here from Alex, she's grandma. She wants to remind us, we need to call her at 7:30 so she can wish Jesse a happy birthday.
Very
So what we're going to do is we're going to drag that and drop it right on our calendar. We're going to get reminded
your appointment
by the Microsoft Genie. and you'll see the Genie come up in multiple devices in the home of the future, like the TV or the
So it's
personal
like
computer.
having an assistant or a butler or something at home. Very slick.
And I may be
Very
able
slick.
to customize that assistant to different voices and different information.
That's outstanding.
So we can see the cake's ready to be picked up, but I forgot the cake. So what I'm going to do is use my web-enabled phone here and dial up my wife. And in the future, we may have multiple places we want to reach. And here's an example of the priority order. So you can try the office first.
So it takes into consideration. So what we're looking at is a world in which people are very highly connected.
That's right.
So here's her voicemail. Let me leave the message. Let me leave the message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, please hang up. Or
Well, we're going to skip to, we're actually going to skip and we're going to dial up the cell phone next. And that's busy, so what we'll do is, the last resort here is the pager. So let's leave a message on the pager.
All right, you'll let me leave the message?
Absolutely.
All right, okay.
Welcome to the system. Please press the pound key after each entry.
Okay, Chris, your husband's a slacker. He didn't pick up nor did he bake the cake. You have to get it yourself. Sorry.
Well, there's still time. One of the things I may also be able to do, because all my devices are connected, I may be able to control my environment in my house. Now, how many phones do you have in your house?
I have about 4 or 5, I think.
So if, let's say, you're having a nice quiet dinner. In fact, tonight we're going to have a birthday dinner between 6 and 7. You don't want to be interrupted. What would you have to do today?
We'd have to go around to each of the phones and turn them off, turn the ringers off, and make sure that when we finish our dinner, that we turn them back on again.
That's right. Well, in the future, we may not have to do that. We can go into a control panel, and we could say, for all locations, I want to turn off ring notification between 6 and 7 p.m.
That is awesome, because again, we're envisioning that in the future, your devices will be interconnected. They'd be managed through a central hub. That is outstanding.
So we'll do that right now. And we can see that now there's a caller ID on the phone. That's something we can do today. And this happens to be a message for Cassidy, one of the children. But in the future, you may see caller ID on other devices. And here we are in the family room.
Very nice. Again, more artwork by care of David Jaffe.
I had lots of time this morning to work on that. And see, we're getting caller ID on our television. And we can choose to send that to the message center. And now we're also on the PC playing Deadly Tide.
Excellent, excellent. So, for example, if the kids are, hanging out, playing some games, they'd have the message come up there.
That's right.
It's very slick.
And we'll answer that phone call now.
That is amazing stuff. Dave, thank you for providing us with this amazing taste of the future of the digital convergence.
Great. Well, I've got it. You're welcome. I've got to go back and finish up the birthday dinner.
Okay, well, you do that. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. Thank you very much. I'd like to say a quick hello not only to my mother and my father, Mom in Pinellas Park, Dad in New York City, but I'd like to just say hello to those folks in Sacramento. We have over 400 people hanging out there watching the show. Hello! Well, John, welcome back. Along with the digital convergence that you're seeing among the devices in your home, you're also seeing today the digital convergence of things that you might do, for example, planning travel, going and visiting various cities. One of my favorite websites is something called Expedia.com that allows me to go, plan my travel, learn about where I'm traveling, and do really a lot more than I've ever been able to do online. John, will you share with us this wonderful, fabulous site?
You bet. Expedia is a very cool site, and there are a lot of reasons. If you're planning a trip, maybe you're interested in heading somewhere across the country.
Let's go visit my dad and my sister in New York City for New Year's.
New York City's good. Let me show you one thing here quick. We actually have a monthly magazine, just like maybe you'd get from a travel agent. With this monthly magazine, you're able to find out information about things that are happening around the world, whether it be something locally or maybe Bryce Canyon here.
Been there?
Click on this here. This is very cool. We have this 360-degree view. So you can look up or down or turn around and look over the edge of the cliff.
You can get seasick without even being on a boat.
Exactly, and if you're afraid of heights, it might look something like this. Whoa!
Okay.
Anyway, we'll go back to the beginning here. If you wanted to, book a flight, you found a place, New York City. It's very simple to do. We've included incredible technology that makes it really simple, so you don't have to work through a complicated system like travel agents do. Let's click on the flight wizard here.
So it gives you flight flexibility and control all at once.
Exactly, in a wizard format, so it's very easy. Let's just type in the name of the city we're traveling from. You don't need to remember airport names. New York City we want to go to. Let's pick a date here. We'll choose, I don't know, towards the end of December, maybe the 18th.
Excellent.
And we'll come back a little bit after New Year's, so maybe on the 4th.
Need time to recover.
That way we can see the ball dropping down there and we can have a good time in New York City.
Good.
Now when I click continue, this is going out to the same database that travel agents use.
You're kidding
so
me.
this is pretty incredible. This gives you all the flight information, all the connections. It keeps track of everything that a travel agent could keep track of.
Am I getting some special surcharge or anything for being in control of things myself?
Absolutely not. This is, you would get the exact same fare you would if you booked this through a travel agent.
And how much do I get
charged?
charged?
It's a free service.
Oh, so I don't get charged for using Expedia?
Not at all. Nope, that is free, and you can find it on the web at www.expedia.com.
Very
simple to find. Well, we found some flights here that look pretty good. $471, that's not a bad price for New York City.
That's a really good price.
Here's Delta Airlines. I'm a frequent flyer with them. If we click on choose and continue now, we'll go through the rest of the reservation process. In fact, we can see here all the restrictions that come up, the exact costs, all the connections.
Nice.
And somebody, do you want to give me your credit card number? I'll go ahead and book this now.
No, I think we'll take it from one of those people in Sacramento.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Tell you what, let's click on this button now that will let us actually pick our seat online.
Oh my God.
Look at this. We got some empty seats here. This one looks pretty good, right on the aisle. We click on that and go ahead and reserve it, and that's all we need to do to reserve our flight.
Does it have a special thing where you can block out the seat behind you from kicking children?
You could. You could bring your Barney along.
Oh, there you go. That'll get a lot of people to move away
You'd have some
from
people
me.
kicking on purpose, I think, maybe. So what do you do once you've booked your flight, you're all ready to go, you're going to head out to New York City? How are you going to find out what's happening in New York City when you get there?
Call my sister?
There's a good idea. Do you have her number? I'll call her here. No, maybe not.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I'm going to click on New York Sidewalk here. Sidewalk is a free service also from Microsoft. It's in 7 cities today, and we're planning more as time goes on. So more and more cities are coming online. Sidewalk lets you experience the city, in this case New York, as a local would. So for example, we can look at all the restaurants that are in town and those that have been reviewed. Let's take a look at one of these restaurants here, maybe Empire Diner. It looks like it's just recently been reviewed.
Seattle has good food, but you know, I frankly miss the East Coast diners that
I agree with you there.
once
That's right.
frequented.
Well, take a look at this. We actually have a menu online, so we can find out exactly what things they have. And if you're lost, you don't know where you are because maybe you're a visitor or you live there, we actually have these online maps that we have through Expedia.com.
That again allow you to zoom in and zoom out and move around. That is amazing.
And finally, you might want to take a look at things that are happening like arts and music or places to go. So we have all kinds of events here that you can find out about, and it's all online. We have a full editorial staff in New York that keeps track of all these things that are happening.
That is incredible. How rich.
It
so
is.
that when I go there, I don't have to worry about, okay, when do various shows start? I know that they're happening.
Exactly.
That is incredible stuff.
So tell you what, I'm going to book my flight here to Salt Lake City. I've got my family there. Hey, how you doing? And we're going to have them head on. I'm going to pack my bags and head out to Salt Lake City by using Expedia.com.
Excellent. Well, John, thank you very much. Have a good trip.
You got it. Thanks.
Okay. Now, we've been in the realm of reality for quite some time now, but I think it's about time that we have some fun. When in Rome and when in GameWorks, it's time to play some games. So let's take a look at what kind of games Microsoft has to offer this holiday.
Keep your eye on the ball. We're taking the field with Microsoft Baseball 3D, the only baseball game designed from the ground up for 3D accelerator technology. All the major league teams and players, all the fields. Microsoft Baseball 3D. Based on the historical Operation Market Garden, in Microsoft Close Combat: A Bridge Too Far, you control either the German or Allied powers. It's up to you to take command of men who think and act like real soldiers. And this time, we've added even more realism, like elevation effects in buildings and terrain, true line of sight and line of fire. It's real-time, true-to-life, epic World War II action in Microsoft Close Combat, A Bridge Too Far. Adventures Calling on Chaos Island. A real-time action strategy game based on the movie The Lost World Jurassic Park. Pack your gear, take a deep breath, and get ready, because evil hunters are trying to take over the Lost World. Your job? Try and stop it before time runs out on this tropical island packed with prehistoric perils. Choose your team of scientists, hatch eggs, and build an army of dinosaurs to help fight your way through 12 highly challenging missions. Think fast, move even faster. Watch your back, because if you're not quick, you're dinner. And if you're good enough and luck is with you, you just might save the world.
Cool.
On Chaos Island, The Lost World Jurassic Park. Beware. There's a monstrous action game out there just waiting to get you. It's Goosebumps, Attack of the Mutant, a non-stop 3D action game from DreamWorks Interactive. Based on one of R.L. Stine's best-selling books.
We're here to stop the mutant, and we sure could use your help.
Immerse yourself in the comic book world of the evil masked mutant and his diabolical henchmen.
You and I need to talk.
It'll take all the skill, strategy, and problem-solving you've got.
An unknown intruder from the outside world has slipped inside our headquarters, and he or she has to be apprehended at once!
Nobody thrills you like Goosebumps. Play, if you dare.
And the sooner we get started, the sooner the world will be mine!
Based on the comic strip by Scott Adams, DreamWorks Interactive presents Dilbert's Desktop Games. Because who knows more about slacking off than Dilbert? 10 highly entertaining diversions to spice up your workday, like Techno Raiders, where the object is to climb the corporate ladder, collecting all the donuts before you lose all your gadgets.
Looking good.
Project Pass-Off is your chance to slough off the bad projects and get that monkey off your back.
He's using his tail. He has a natural advantage.
And just for fun, Elbonian Airlines sends manager types flying from a giant slingshot. And if you think that offers a modicum of amusement, wait till you turn on the Jargonator. It turns a perfectly good sentence into manager speak. Dilbertize your desktop and be the envy of cubicle dwellers everywhere with Dilbert's Desktop Games from DreamWorks Interactive.
I have to admit, Dilbert is definitely one of my favorite games I've ever played. I highly recommend Elbonian Airlines. It's really fun. You can, never mind. Anyway, so we took a flight before. Traveled on Expedia. We planned our ticket to go to New York. Now, it's one thing to have somebody else fly the plane. It's another thing, and far more fun, to fly it yourself. I'd like to introduce my friend, co-gamer, no way, Jose Pinero, who's going to share with us Flight Simulator, Age of Empires, and another game to be named later.
Susie, thanks for the introduction. You know what? I always wanted to do the following. My name is Jose Pinero. You kill my father, prepare to die. Hey, I always wanted to do that, and now I got the opportunity. I am here, and I'm extremely excited because I want to show you some of the best and coolest games that are coming for this holiday season. Let me start with the first one. The first game we have is Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's one of the best-selling entertainment titles ever, and the new version, Flight Simulator 98, just came out a few weeks ago, and it has gone all the way to the #1 spot in the charts.
Wow.
And as one of the best-selling games ever, it has a lot of legacy, but this new version, Flight Sim 98, has a lot of new things. Let me just show you the first one.
Okay.
Let me just start by showing you like a new surprise here in Flight Simulator 98. For the first time ever, we have a brand new helicopter. It's a Bell 206 helicopter. And you know what? We put this helicopter in here because our users have been asking for a helicopter forever, for a long time. A lot of people already know how to fly a Cessna or a Learjet, but flying a helicopter is a totally new challenge. I am showing you right now the virtual cockpit inside the helicopter. Like, this looks fantastic.
Where are you there?
I am flying here over Washington State right now. So we have a helicopter, and not only we have a helicopter, but we also have some of the widest range of aircraft of any flight simulation product. Let me just show you another one of our new planes.
Okay.
I'm going to be showing you here the Learjet 45. Actually, this is the plane that I wish I could buy for my dad, but you know, it's about $10 million. It's a little bit pricey. So right now, the best thing I can do is fly it in Flight Simulator 98. And the first thing I want you to see here is just look at the quality of the scenery.
That is so gorgeous.
A lot of it just looks like when you look out the window from a commercial jet. Another thing I want to mention about this brand new Learjet is that the Learjet company helped us design this plane right here in the product. And they wanted us to create the most realistic flight simulation model for the PC. Right. So their test pilots and flight engineers, they tested and validated this Learjet here on this product. Wow. So they gave us their stamp of approval, so that means that it's the most realistic flight simulator out there. And you know the other thing, if you buy today a Learjet 45, you cannot get it. But the Learjet company will give you a copy of Flight Simulator 98 so you can practice in the meantime.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're giving them copies of Flight Sim, I think they need to give you and your dad a Learjet themselves. I
agree with you. I think I deserve a Learjet 45. You know, this Flight Simulator 98 has a lot of new technology. Right. It has multiplayer over the internet, which is something that is fantastic. So now for the first time ever, you can say, hey, Susan, you can ask 7 of your friends to fly with you, and you can say, hey, let's meet at the Eiffel Tower at 3 p.m., and you can be flying right there, and at the same time, you can see the other 7 planes coming to you. So and if you're not careful, you can even crash into them.
Demolition Flight Sim.
Exactly, but you have to be extremely careful. But that's not the point of the game, is it? Exactly. Also, one of the things about this new version is that it supports multiplayer over the internet. So now, like, you can go to the www.zone.com. It's an internet gaming zone, and you can find people to fly there, and it's completely free matchmaking. Once you have the product, you can just go there.
Wonderful.
Another new technology that I want to show to you is force feedback joystick. Okay. Have you seen this joystick before?
I've seen it when it was in development.
Well, actually, this is the Microsoft Sidewinder Force Feedback Pro. Okay. And it's a force feedback joystick. That means that it reacts to what you're doing.
Oh, so man, right this is not nerves, people.
You're going to take off in this plane. It's really easy. Just wait for the airspeed indicator. When it gets to hit 260, pull back gently. But as you can tell, you're feeling the rumbling of the wheels on the road.
I'm going to start taking off now. Now, I have to tell you, I've never successfully taken off with Flight Simulator.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa. Let me move you to outside the plane so you can see yourself.
An out-of-body experience.
There you are. You just took off. And you know what? It's so realistic that if the right wheel touches the ground before the left, you will feel that in the joystick.
I'm going to tip my wing at you, Chicago. Hello.
Well, I'm going to stop you before you crash. Let's move to the next part.
Thanks,
So, another
Love
thing
the confidence.
that I have plenty of confidence in you. Flight Simulator is the only product where you can fly anywhere you want in the world. We have more than 3,000 airports and more than 45 cities.
That is awesome. So you don't have to buy an extra game pack for London or an extra game pack for Italy or anything like that.
No, actually, that's nice of you. You mentioned London. Since this is the Extreme event, I want to do something really dramatic. So I'm going to try to fly right through the middle of the London Tower Bridge.
God.
Wish me luck.
I hope you have pontoons on this plane. And this is the seaplane, right?
Actually, this is the Cessna. The last time that I tried this, I crashed and I killed myself.
That's not a good thing.
Oh, here we go.
Come on, everybody, let's cheer.
Yeah.
Yay! Woohoo!
Well, as you can see, like, you can fly anywhere in the world, and we're giving realism. If you want to fly today to London, and if you want to see like the Eiffel Tower, if you want to see any place, this is the place to go. Just grab a plane, choose the location, and just start flying.
I think I see some oarsmen on the Thames even.
You know what? We have so much detail in this product that we're going to get very close to the Big Ben, and we'll be able to even see the time on the Big Ben. So let's go for that. Here's the Big Ben.
So much realism that you even take as long as it would take in a Cessna to get to Big Ben.
Well, a lot of people fly in real time, and about 25% of our registered users have a real pilot certificate. So on a Saturday when it's rainy or because the weather don't allow them to fly, the best next thing they can do is get into Flight Simulator. There we go. Look at the time. Look at the time.
All right, Dallas, you tell me what time it is.
It looks like 3:30.
Oh,
okay, great.
Very nice.
Well, that's Flight Simulator 98. It's out already in the stores, and it's right now the best-selling game out there.
That's what I've been hearing. I've seen a lot of great reviews on it.
Let's now jump into a different game, and we're changing now to a different genre. Now we're talking about real-time strategy games.
Okay.
Do you have anybody in your family who's a real history buff?
Is that a trick question? Do you know my family or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know your family.
I'm just kidding you. Yes, we do have history buffs in my family. Folks who really are very into more of the ages of the Egyptians, and then we have the ages of...
I have the perfect game for you.
Okay.
It's called Age of Empires, and
Okay.
it's Microsoft's real entry into the real-time strategy genre. And what we're going to show here is the following. It is a game that allows people, either in single player or multiplayer, to be the guiding spirits of a civilization.
Okay.
So, Susan, I want you to guide this tribe all the way from its beginning, all the way up until they become a great civilization.
Okay.
Let me just show how the game starts. First thing is that we have single player and multiplayer. So again, you can go to the Internet Gaming Zone at Microsoft.com and you can find out exactly how you can find somebody else to play in real time.
Okay.
Let me just choose one demo where we're going to have a tribe that it's really in the beginning, they don't have anything, and basically I'm going to just ask them to gather resources and kind of like get enough things so they can progress to the next level.
Okay.
And the first thing I want to do here is I have 3 tribesmen here.
Yeah?
I'm going to ask this one here to hunt. So he's going to try to hunt the deer.
Okay.
This person here, I'm going to ask him to chop some wood.
You go chop some wood.
Yeah, and this person here is going to grab some berries. And
Yummy
the idea
berries.
is that as they gather more resources, then they can build bigger houses, bigger structures, they can get more sophisticated, and they can move into the future. One of the great things about this game is that it has been designed by Bruce Shelley, which is the co-designer of Civilization 2, one of the best-selling games ever. And Bruce Shelley has created a game that has a lot of historical flavor, and people right now are just like going crazy about this game.
That is
like
exciting.
The reviews and the previews we're getting from the different websites right now is just fantastic. Like, this is going to be one of the best-selling games this holiday season.
Now, what I've heard actually about it is that it sort of combines the best of Civ with the best of Warcraft 2.
You're absolutely right. If you like Civilization and you like the empire building aspect of it, you'll love it. If you like Warcraft and you like the fighting, you'll love it. Actually, this game is the only game where you can win by 3 different types of victory. In most games, you just go into battle and you just
Like
kill your enemy, like
here.
right now. Here you can also accumulate wealth, or you can also go and explore new lands. Right now, like, we're just like preparing ourselves for a slugfest.
Yeah, we are.
I'm looking for enemies
I think
right now.
you need more people in there.
Oh, there's the
look,
enemy.
there's like, just a couple of enemies.
And this is real time, okay? I want to make sure that I don't get myself killed here.
Let's all gang up on the one horseman. I think that's very
I need
important.
more resources here. Let me move.
We need everybody involved in this battle. This is amazing. Now, one of the things that I saw, Jose, is that you went into scenario mode.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to have a lot of control. A lot of the hardcore gamers like to have a lot of control over their games. Is it pretty easy to create scenarios like this?
It's extremely easy to create scenarios. A lot of people will use the scenario builder here, and in a matter of seconds, they can create their own terrain and their own conditions so they can create their own battle. Okay, right now, I think I'm doing okay.
Is that red your blood or their shirts?
Actually, I'm winning right now, so I'm really happy. So as you can see, this game, it's already out in stores, and also, if you want, you can go to Microsoft.com/games and find out the trial version, completely free. You can just download it, and you can start trying Age of Empires now.
Wow, that is awesome. Thank you very much, Jose,
Thank you for the
showing me
opportunity.
this.
Thanks.
Now, all right, we went through some skills with the flying. We had some strategy with the strategy game. And then we had some blood and guts. That's all well and good. We got a lot of genre of games covered there. But if you're anything like me, and you saw my car earlier, I wish that was my car, you saw the car I was driving before, you know I have a need for speed. And I think you need to see what we have to offer.
Today we're at Microsoft's motion capture studio to capture the motions for kart precision racing. The way it's going to work is an actor is going to be wired up with 18 sensors, which will be placed in all the important joints of his body, and these sensors capture the position at 140 times per second of each joint of the body that's attached to, and they send the information to the SGI computer, where the operator watches the data go onto an actual model.
We've actually gone through to the detail of modeling a Reynard 1997 IndyCar chassis right down to the exact dimensions.
Various pieces of wood have been placed at the right height and tires have been put into position.
We've got a real mechanic from the PacWest Racing Group, and he will be going through each of the different stations of a pit stop and doing everything from filling the car up with gas, changing the tires, changing the nose, changing the rear wing, and this will all be worked into the game.
Now all the pieces are brought together. The captured motions are attached to test characters, and the entire animation is rendered out in Softimage for its final preview. And watch how each character with its own animation seamlessly interact with the other characters. This whole suite of motions will end up becoming just part of the pit stop sequence for kart precision racing. It is pretty much the thing going right now. It's a minimum requirement for today's 3D games. You've got to have it.
Welcome back. Now, okay, video schmidio. We want to see kart live. We want to see Jose back here at Master Games Demo showing us kart. So I'd like to bring back Jose Pinero. Jose? Jose? Jose, where are you, buddy? Oh, man. Oh, man. You guys are going to love this. Check this out.
Hey!
Hey, Jose!
How are you doing?
I am doing well.
Oh, how are you doing? Thanks.
This kills me. Is this yours?
I wish it was mine. Actually, are we live now?
We are live.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. Okay. So, hey, it's not mine, but you know what? This is the main reason why I did this gig. I really wanted to drive this car. Hey, it's awesome.
I'm going to have to borrow it later.
Okay, I'll give it to you. The reason why I'm here is because I want to share with you one of the best new games that are coming out. It's called Kart Precision Racing, and it's going to be an amazing racing game. And you know what? We think it's going to set the standard by which all other racing games are going to be measured.
There's a lot of racing games out there,
Yeah, but
too.
you know what? We have done 3 things that make this game fantastic.
Okay.
The first thing, and I'm here just playing with the computer, is that we have a more advanced vehicle physics model.
Okay.
Most other cars out there, like when you see a game, the cars don't steer realistically.
Right.
We have something for the first time. The 4 tires are in real contact with the ground.
Suspension.
Independent suspension. You can feel anything on the road. The second thing we have, which is a first, is that for the first time we have created the tracks by using GPS technology, global positioning system.
Yeah, the triangulation of the satellites to determine where you are at any point in time.
I'm very impressed you know this. So that's the second thing. So that gives us the most accurate tracks possible. If you're at Laguna Seca and there's the corkscrew and the car is going up and down in the elevation changes, you will feel that. And that's an amazing feeling. And
Little
the third
did people
thing,
know that there are speed bumps at Una Seca.
yeah, and you get a real sense of speed. The third thing is that we have what we call the first time somebody does a true angle of vision, and that is what I'm showing right here. So if I go into the curve, you will see the dashboard moving left and right, just like in real life. If you're driving at 200 miles per hour, that's like 293 feet per second. That's pretty fast per second, almost 300 feet. If you're going into a curve, your head has to anticipate the curve. If you don't anticipate the curve, you're in an extreme situation. You'll be in real trouble. So for the first time, like, we are recreating that same visual angle of the car.
Wow.
And you know what? Like, the level of sophistication of this simulation, it's so high that actually real car drivers are going to use this to train during the off-season.
So that they can learn the tracks themselves.
Yeah, they want to memorize the tracks. They want to feel all the nuances in the tracks. They can go here and try it.
That is amazing.
And you know what? If you really want to feel like a real IndyCar driver, like I feel right now.
Yeah, if you can't get the suit in the car, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, but you can go today to the Microsoft.com website, go to games, and download the free trial version for Kart Precision Racing. And I'm telling you, it's an amazing racing game. If you try it, you'll love it. You'll fall in love with it.
That is very cool. Well, Jose, thank you very much for sharing your
Thank you for letting me try this thing.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Well, you know, we've seen some really amazing extreme stuff over the course of the day. From the games back to Barney and Internet Explorer and amazing stuff like that. The only thing I can think of that would be more extreme than all of that is us answering your questions. So, for all those folks who faxed us their questions, we are going to be answering as many as we can, and if we happen to answer your question in particular, you get a lovely copy of Home Essentials 98. This is my product. I'm a product manager, as they said before, at Microsoft, and my product is Home Essentials 98, so I'm going to give a quick plug, because all these guys got to plug their products, darn it. And Home Essentials, Word, Works, Encarta, Money, Greetings Workshop, 2 months Internet access, and the Entertainment Pack, the Puzzle Collection, all an excellent product. Oh, and now we got everybody assembled for some questions and answers. They have all their questions. Do I have any questions? Are there any questions for me? No questions for me? Yes. Excellent. I love when that happens. Okay. Deb Rappaport, Picture It Product Manager. What questions do you have?
Hi, I've got a question here from Salt Lake City, Utah. This question is from Michelle Silverman.
Don't you need to say hello to your family there first?
Hello in Salt Lake City. And the question is, does Picture It offer digital photo albums so I can keep my digital photos organized like I do my regular prints? And the answer is yes. We can automatically organize and catalog your photos, and then you can search for them by keyword or by date. So that's one question. I have one more. Should I go ahead and answer it now?
You go ahead.
All right. One quick second. This question is actually from a teacher in Minneapolis named Becky Perkins. Picture It and FrontPage look easy enough for kids. Can my 8th graders do a virtual yearbook on our school's website with these tools? And the answer is absolutely. Picture It supports 21 different file formats, so you can import and export either JPEG or GIF and post them right to a website using FrontPage.
And
Thanks,
actually,
Susie.
I have a quick question for you about that as well. You mentioned file formats. One of the coolest things that I've experienced with Picture It is the use of FlashPics. Do you want to just say a word about that?
Sure. What FlashPics does is it makes it really fast and easy for you to edit your photos, but when you go to print them out, you get the highest resolution print possible.
Outstanding.
And actually, you can try out Picture It on our website. There's a 30-day free trial version, so check it out.
Very, very cool. Let's move on. Jose, do you have any questions? I have no questions. We have no gamer questions? Lame. All right, Robert Bennett, the question is yours.
Susan, yes, I have questions. From Brooklyn, we've got, what security precautions have been taken in IE4? Well, actually, it's a great question. We've done a lot to focus on security in Internet Explorer 4.0. We've got a new feature called Security Zones that allows you to decide which type of content, whether it's ActiveX or Java or dynamic HTML, you run on the internet or on the intranet, and give the user complete control over what's happening on their PC. As we know, security on the internet is still a big concern for people, and we've responded to that in a number of different ways through Internet Explorer 4. We've got a couple of others here.
Why don't we go with one more and then we'll rotate around.
Okay. What is push technology? Great question, good clarification. Push technology just simply means that there's all this content on the web in the form of HTML pages, and ordinarily what you have to do is proactively go out to that site to actually browse to a web page to go get it. What push technology means is that you can choose to have certain pages come to you. So go on a regular basis, maybe every hour, every 2 hours, however often you decide, you can choose which content that will automatically get pushed down to your desktop right on your machine so you can work with it without having to go get it.
Now, Rob, who asked that question?
That was from Rick Rubel in Cottage Grove, Minnesota.
Way to go, Minneapolis.
All right.
Okay, next question up for bids. We have John Porcaro with some question.
I have a couple of questions here, mostly about Barney.
Let me get out of your way here.
Let me start with this one from David Savage from Bowling Green, from Vienna. Vienna, Virginia. That's near Bethesda,
Maryland.
That's right. What happens if you put Barney in the washing machine?
Not the dryer. Oh.
He swims. No, actually, we did a lot of testing, and Barney's plush fur is actually very washable. We wanted to make sure that that was important. So if kids, I don't know, what do kids do to Barney?
Yak on their
Spit
toys.
up on them, exactly. So that's pretty important anyway. Let's see, we got one other one. Will a Bill Gates Actimates be ready for Christmas? Do any of you really want a Bill Gates Actimates? I guess Dan Rhoda does from Woodbury, Minnesota. So Dan.
Okay, and who asked that question so that we can...
That was Dan Rhoda.
Dan Rhoda,
So
all
you
right,
folks,
buddy.
you got to be careful with this guy. He's a little dangerous.
He's a little bit dangerous. Now, again, I put in my request for the Mel Gibson Actimates. If you guys have anything that you wish for, you can actually send it into MS Wish. I believe it's mswish@microsoft.com. If you have a specific wish, if you really want that Bill Gates Actimates doll, you got to ask for it officially.
That's right. We'll pass the mic.
Hey, I have a couple of questions here, and this one was asked by a number of people, Autumn Jordan in Boston and Brian Beaver in San Francisco. The first was, how much HTML do I have to know to use FrontPage, and how easy is it to edit the HTML? And this also includes an additional question about creating their own themes using the with FrontPage. So the first one I'll answer is the HTML question.
Okay.
And whether or not you can easily edit it in FrontPage and how much you need to know. Basically, you don't need to know any HTML. Everything that you saw in the demo earlier was done WYSIWYG style. We create all the HTML for you. It's standard HTML. So you can include dynamic HTML scripting. You can include cascading style sheets and active server pages. We put those all in for you behind the scenes. And then you can browse to those files. It's all HTML, so you can use any browser as long as that browser supports the feature, like the dynamic HTML feature, for instance. You can easily browse to that real easily with FrontPage. So again, just standard HTML. We also enable you, we do enable you to create your own themes. We have a software developers kit that you can get for download along with our download off of the website.
Oh, that's exciting.
It has a theme designer inside of it, so you can create a theme for any type of corporation or section of your company.
That's awesome.
And then it also ships in the final product that'll be available in stores in a couple weeks. So
that is very exciting.
Yep.
That is very exciting. Okay, we have another question. Deb, do you have any more questions? Deb's got a couple more questions. Let's pass this off. Miss Rappaport.
I have a question here about Greetings Workshop. This was submitted by Helen Richards from Brooklyn, New York. The question is, can you create anything besides greeting cards in Greetings Workshop Deluxe? And the answer is absolutely. You can create banners, you can create signs, certificates, stationery, and the multimedia greetings I showed you earlier, all with the quality of Hallmark and all in Greetings Workshop Deluxe. So it's a very full home desktop publishing solution. Thanks, Susie.
Excellent. Hello, Brooklyn. My sister lives in Brooklyn. Okay, Rob, you got a couple questions here.
A couple more questions. Well, the first is, actually we get asked this all the time. Nobody faxed it in today, which was a miracle, but how much is Internet Explorer? Internet Explorer is free, free like air, free like water, free like other free things. You can download it from the web today at www.microsoft.com/IE. So, back to the paper-based questions. Will Microsoft keep including Java in its internet-related products? This is from Placentia, California.
Who asked that? Scott McNeely? No.
No, this is Lissandro Almeida. And this is, obviously there's a lot of people out there that are confused about what we're doing with Java at Microsoft given recent events. Microsoft is totally committed to providing their users with the best support for Java available. And right now, Internet Explorer 4 has better Java support than any other browser on the market. In fact, any other internet product on the market with our tools, etc. We're absolutely committed to providing our users with a fully compatible, fully supported version of Java in our products.
Any other questions you got there?
I have one more question. This is from Kirk looks like Kirk Miller at in Carlano, Texas. He says, I use IE4 and I think it's the best browser ever.
We love you.
It says that. I'm not making it up. However, I would like to know when I receive the new MSN CD-ROM, if this will enable me to use Outlook as my email instead of Microsoft Windows messaging. The way that we're doing, the way that MSN is doing their messaging now is a total internet standards-based messaging backend. So you'll use Outlook Express, the mail client that we showed in the demo, to access your mail on MSN going forward. You'll also, with the next version of Microsoft Outlook, be able to use the full Outlook product as well to access MSN mail.
That's excellent. Okay, let's go back now to Amanda.
Okay, I have two related questions here. The first is from John Griffin in California, and he wants to know if FrontPage is useful if your ISP, that is Internet Service Provider, does not support the FrontPage server extensions. And the related question is, do you need to use the personal web server in order to host or create a website using FrontPage? And to answer the first question, all the ISPs out there, internet service providers or web presence providers as we tend to call them, are listed up on our website for FrontPage, and you don't need to have the server extensions on the website or on the server in order to create or manage a website using FrontPage. You can use FrontPage to build your entire website and then post it up to an internet service provider that doesn't have the server extensions at all. But what you also have is you have the ability with the server extensions to then remotely and collaboratively author and edit your website on the server where it resides. So the server extensions are really frosting on the top of the cake. They give you a lot of extra functionality that you wouldn't necessarily have without them.
Great.
And in regards to the personal web server, you can use the personal web server. It's there for your own personal use as a staging server. You can use any other types of server. We have server extensions that support Internet IIS, Netscape servers, NT servers, all different flavors of Unix servers, and you can just check with the internet service provider that you're using. And again, the whole list is up there on our website at Microsoft.com/FrontPage.
Do you have any other questions here, Amanda? Or are you all
no,
questioned out?
I'm all questioned out.
Excellent. All right, Dave?
Yeah, I think you can, Susan, you may be able to answer this question with your experience in natural language. So why don't you give this one a try. This one's from Anthony Steiber in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. What future developments in intelligent agents can be expected from Microsoft?
Other than the product managers themselves. Sorry, I had to. Bad joke, master, that's me. As far as the intelligent, I don't need this. As far as the intelligent agents, there is a lot of work being done. You'll see some of it on various websites with the Genie as a good representative. But as far as integration with various products, I think you'll be seeing that in the future, and we're definitely exploring that and investigating it. And our natural language group is really an amazing example, again, of how we've integrated some of the research and development of natural language so that you can just enter in a very sensical sentence and get a very direct response. But as far as additional support and additional growth of the agents, it'll be there. I just can't really describe how and what yet. Do you have any other questions? John, you have another question? Okay. Excellent.
A couple of last questions here. One more on Barney. This is from Pam Ashcroft she's in St. Louis, Missouri right now. How are y'all doing out there? We have a 2-year-old granddaughter, Danielle, who would love to get Barney for Christmas, and who wouldn't? Where can we buy Barney? How much does he cost? And how much are the computer games? Well, Barney itself is about $100. So when you buy the standalone toy, it is about $100 to buy that. The standalone, the computer games and the VCR pack are sold separately. The VCR pack is about $50, and it comes with the Barney video. As well, you can still access that free content that comes down from the PBS show every day. So you're able to do that for about $50. For another $50, you can get the CD pack or the CD-ROM PC pack. It comes with the game, and it's also about $50. We also have 3 standalone games that you can get for Barney that are about $30 each. So, and where can you buy these things? They're available at most computer stores. Also, a friend of mine, Michelle and Steve, were out shopping over the weekend, and they told me that they saw it at Toys R Us. And I know Toys R Us has a bunch of them, so you'll be able to find those. Let's see, the last question actually was about Expedia. Suzan Jacobson in Salt Lake City. How you doing out there? It's my hometown, thank you. I'm booking a flight to Indianapolis to see my brother Jim. Will Expedia.com let me get frequent flyer points? And the answer to that is absolutely yes as well. We said that it would do everything a travel agent could do for you. That includes booking your meals, if you have special dietary restrictions, if you need special kind of help on the plane, all of that is available with Expedia. So everything you can do with a regular travel agent, you should be able to do with Expedia.com. It's a great service. I think that does it for me.
Excellent. What fantastic questions. Wow, those were awesome. Thank you very much. We are very excited to have spent the last hour and a half with you all. And without further ado, I'd like to thank our presenters and turn it over now to our studio hosts because I'm going to borrow Jose's car. Excuse me. You're out of there, buddy.